Right, seeing one now, we'll open the microphone here for the council members themselves. I'd like to begin by, John, you mentioned the budget process coming up, and each of us had presented to us tonight a list of the budget schedule that we will be undertaking. Usually our budget is approved by the end of September. It's actually got to be extended by another month. The state gave us permission to approve the budget by the end of October. So I'll be working with Liz and other people to figure out exactly how we're going to move ahead with this as time proceeds. Liz, did you have any comments on the budget at this point? Okay, anybody else comments?
Good.
Oh, go ahead, John.
Yes, Mr. President, on your subject, I gather the introduction is September 22nd.
That is
If
correct.
I read the schedule, I think the 29th would be a fifth Tuesday. I suggest we might want to consider using that fifth Tuesday to initiate our discussions or continue it.
Okay.
Just get that work done as quickly as we can.
Okay, very good suggestion. No one else? Back to you, Liz.
With respect to budget, I just want to say that the city, I've started to meet with some of the department heads, and they've been extremely helpful in going through this. And to answer your question, actually about the planners, the Parks Department takes care of those and costs $5,000 a year to do that. So that are down there on Calhoun Street. So everything costs, and everyone has been very forthright on how much it costs. So I am anticipating, since I'll be the chair of the Finance Committee and running the budget, that we will be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm looking forward to having all the department heads come to the table, even if we don't have any contentious issues, for them to explain their budget. It's been most enlightening for me to sit down with them, those I've met with so far, and I'm looking forward to the council have any suggestions or ways they would like to present certain budgets. I'm very open to it. I'll be very open to that as well, which is why I'd like to segue into the lobbyist bill, as it's called, that was, again, just to reiterate why that was pulled. That's because after having discussions with the administration and with some other council members, there are some issues that have come up that we think can make that a better bill and make it work for the city, as well as get across the intention that I hope for, is to get more transparency in government. And I think, obviously, I've not made any bones about the fact that the lobbying contracts that were issued for gambling are something that I did not approve of and would have liked to have seen brought to us ahead of time and give us more information. With that being said, however, I have certainly never encountered any issue or concerns with respect to the administration giving me the information that I need. And that goes to the retiree health insurance bill, which will be discussed, was introduced tonight, will be discussed in 2 weeks. I will delay the discussion from next week to the week after that, just so we can meet, I can meet with Jim Ridley, the head of the Firefighters Union, and have some discussion with what their concerns are. I've had many discussions about this topic with city officials already, so we had a better understanding of how this bill would affect our bottom line. And that's really what it comes down to. This isn't about collective bargaining. This isn't about trying to do any union busting. This issue affects everyone in the city. This affects every employee, because Civil City tries to track what the union officials or union employees receive. And in the public safety issue right now alone, that's $2 million a year that the city puts aside for those retired public safety officials, because we pay all their insurance, health insurance benefits, and they don't have any premium costs. Going forward, this bill would require future retirees who qualify with 20 years, and whatever the other qualifications are, it would require them to pay something after they're retired to participate in this plan. And if they don't have 20 years going forward, some people will be grandfathered in and some people won't. So I just want to make this very clear. Been a lot of phone calls today, a lot of flurrying of rumors going back and forth. This is purely about trying to find some savings in the budget and trying to ratchet down our expenses. And this is one expense, and I have made no bones about this when we've had discussions of employees being granted credit for years of service elsewhere. This doesn't affect them. They don't qualify for this kind of benefit when they retire. But I have made this call every time that's come to the table, and I have discussed it since last year. And the whole point of this will be make sure that when we have this discussion, and I'm glad to see that it was voted to be introduced, if we didn't stop this discussion, we'll have an open discussion about the budget. Again, discussing public safety, August 27th, we will have probably our final public safety task force meeting. We discussed co-location, which I'm hopeful that the city and county are now in the process of coming to a deal on that. It's been eerily quiet since the county has submitted their proposal, but I'm hoping that both sides are coming together. Our last issue on the table will probably be 911, and I'm certain we'll have a fruitful discussion about that going forward. That's all.